Okay, I finished Heartless yesterday, and I have some thoughts about this painful story. I did not realize how emotionally painful this story would be for me. I absolutely loved it, so let's get into it. Real fast, I wanted to share that one of my subscribers made me a tiny little soapbox, which I just think is so cute and so fun. It opens, can store little things in it, and it's got this adorable little mouse on the front. I think this is absolutely so cute, and the fact that it's a soapbox is just perfect for my channel. So thank you to the subscriber who made this for me. It's so sweet, and it's gonna go right here so everyone can enjoy our little mousy friend. I've not decided their name yet. Still trying to figure that out. Oh, so cute. Okay, let's talk Heartless. When I approach the majority of books that I read, I try to read as little about the book as possible because I really want to be surprised with what I'm reading. I don't even oftentimes read this inside cover because many books have spoilers there. So honestly, I only knew that I was reading something Wonderland-y when I went in to read this book. Oh, this is a really good book. This is going to be a spoilers-free video, but I will say I'm going to go into what genre that this should be categorized as, and that might it doesn't really contain a spoiler. It just tells you information about what you're getting into when you read this. So keep that in mind. But just as a broad base, I would rate this 5 stars. Absolutely fabulous. There's no spice in this book. So very much accessible to a YA audience. I absolutely loved this very, very much. Okay, so this book would be classified as a tragedy if we were really looking at it. It is a prequel to the Alice in Wonderland story. And as a result, it's telling the story of the Queen of Hearts, which I did not know was actually the whole point of this story. And it's how she became herself. It is a tragedy, just like Shakespeare's tragedies. It is a very sad story. The end of this is not going to be a feel good. This is a cry yourself to sleep at the end of this book. I did not know that going in, and that's great. But also, oh my gosh, I was not expecting to be as sad as I was and have such an emotionally painful time while reading this story. As an unpopular opinion, I was not a big fan of the Caraval series. In fact, I was only able to read the first 150 pages of book 1, and then I had to DNF, which is unfortunate. And I know that a lot of you love the Caraval series and the Once Upon a Broken Heart, which is kind of like a sequel series I've heard that comes off of it, and I think that's fabulous, and your opinions are valid. I just didn't like it. I couldn't really get into the main female character. I didn't really like her as a person. And I had a hard time with that. And that story, I was told, was going to be very whimsical, that the world was very whimsical. And I just didn't feel like I was getting that quite as much. But then I picked up Heartless, and this is what I was looking for when I started reading Caraval. This was the level of whimsy. This was the level of fantastic and fantasifical. Is that a word? Fantasifical? I don't know if that's a word. But this was what I was looking for. The first half of this book, I just felt so good. I was like, oh, this is what I was looking for back when I tried to read Caraval. And I really, really enjoyed this. This is my first book that I'm reading of Marissa Meyer. I do own multiple of her other genres, including the entire Cinder series, which is here, as well as up there is the Renegades series, and this is a standalone. And so this is the first book that I've read of hers, and I loved it. I thought she did a fabulous job. Very excited to read her other books. I also really love the book Underneath the Dust Jacket. This dust jacket is gorgeous, but check out this book underneath. Oh my goodness, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful. It's not the most beautiful book I own, but goodness is it far from the ugliest. This is so pretty. I absolutely loved picking this book up every single time I grabbed it. I enjoyed this a lot. It took me a little bit longer to read than I expected, but that actually had more to do with personal life things than it did with this book. It is honestly a very fast, very easy read. It's fantasy. It's pre-Alice in Wonderland, but it's still in that world. It is absolutely heart-wrenchingly devastating, and I loved it, loved it, loved it. Originally, I planned on reading The Priory of the Orange Tree next, which is a massive 800-ish page book. It is huge. And I do intend to read this shortly. But after reading Heartless, I need a slight break. I need to read something that I know is hopeful and heartful and sweet, because Heartless kind of broke me a little bit inside my soul. So I'm actually going to read again for like the 5th time Yield Under Great Persuasion by Alex Rowland. I love this author so much. This is a 6-star read. I absolutely adore it. This is just beautiful. It's queer. There is a lot of spice in this book. It is absolutely wonderful. This is a story about apology, and it's a story about forgiveness, and it's a beautiful relationship-based story. And I need something sweet and loving after reading Heartless, because it tore out my soul, okay? It just hurt. It hurt so bad. So I know this will make me feel better. And then after that, which will take me one day, I'll start this tomorrow, and it'll be a fun ride. So that's all from Marissa Meyer, Heartless.